Greetings, travelers, and welcome to Geronimo Draws. In this video, I would like to discuss Jesus and Peter on the Water by Gustave Brion, painted in 1863. Brion's composition is immediately haunting in its stillness. The sea dominates the canvas, vast and dark, rippling in deep greens and blues that stretch endlessly toward a distant somber horizon. There is no land in sight, only water and sky. In the middle of this oceanic abyss, two figures stand, illuminated by divine light. Christ reaches down to grasp the sinking Peter. Jesus' halo glows faintly against the dusk, a beacon of calm amidst chaos. Peter clings to his Savior, half submerged. Behind them, their ship is tossed in the distance, almost lost to the storm. The scene is taken from the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus had just performed the miracle of the loaves and fishes, feeding the multitude. The crowds were swelling with hope that he was the promised earthly king. But Christ, knowing their misunderstanding, sends the apostles ahead of him, across the sea, while he retreats alone to pray. As the disciples sail into the night, a storm begins to rise, and in the midst of the chaos, they spot a figure walking on the water. Terrified, they believe it's a ghost, until they hear his voice. Then Peter does something remarkable. He says, quote, "Lord, if it is you, bid me come to you on the water," end quote. And Jesus simply replies, quote, "Come," end quote. Peter steps out, and for a moment, he walks on the water. But then he begins to look around. He notices the wind, the waves, the storm. And in that moment of distraction, he begins to sink. Jesus reaches out, grasps him, and says, quote, "O ye of little faith, why did you doubt?" End quote. The composition is sparse yet overwhelming. The open water becomes a metaphor for the uncertainties of life. The tiny ship in the distance is a symbol of the church, tossed on the waves. Peter's weak body reminds us of our own fragility. And then there's the light, subtle but profound. Gustave Brion's Jesus and Peter on the Water is a challenge and a promise. Even in the open sea, even when the storm surrounds us, even when we are sinking, a hand still reaches, and the light still shines. Thank you for watching.